How you doing? My name's Scott Riopelle. I'm owner of Interstate Roofing. You're tuning in to the Only Roofers podcast. Thanks.
Welcome to the Only Roofers podcast. My name's Elizabeth and my co-host Vince here.
Hi, guys.
Today we are interviewing Scott Riopelle from Interstate Roofing. Welcome, Scott.
Hey, thanks. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
We're glad to have you here.
Great. Football Sunday. We're here at a roofing convention. We're real dedicated.
Absolutely. So we want to talk about a couple of different things with you. Let's kick off with, tell us a little bit about Interstate and your journey in the roofing industry.
It's been quite a journey. I mean, I've been over 100 plus hailstorms, 30 states, I think 26 plus years, 25 plus years. It's been
As long as you've been alive.
it's been a great ride. I mean, I've been truly blessed. I've made, on my journey, over 60 millionaires that I know of
Wow.
in this industry, right? I'm blessing them with what I was blessed with.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so making other people millionaires within the industry, let's talk about that for a second. The people that have become millionaires while working with you or sharing time with you, what would you say really set them apart that they were able to achieve that versus some people who may have quit and they were also part of the same team, same kind of structure?
I mean, my philosophy is, and always will be, what got you there won't keep you there.
Absolutely.
So when you hire your sales reps, you already know. You know which ones are going to be family men, and there's nothing wrong with being a professional roofing salesman.
Absolutely.
But when you know the entrepreneurial sales rep, you know they're going to go out on their own, so you help them grow their wings, right? Because there's other companies that are actually teaching my system.
Yeah.
You know, they've improved it, they made it better over the years, but my base system is being taught all over the country in the storm restoration business.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
so let's talk about that. What exactly is your perspective on how a roof should be sold and what's your system? If you want to share. Well, I don't want to get away with secrets here.
I think you're going to be able to see
High
that.
purview.
I'm getting ready to make, we're going to make a documentary of the old days of storming and the journeys I've taken on this road.
Right.
And,
What was the old days like?
Yeah.
Just, you don't have to
Give
get
us
too into it.
give us
but
a little
just couple.
preview, little.
you know, the
Yeah.
old days where, signs meant something. There was a double page phone book ad, no Google, and there was no hail trace to figure out where the hailstorm was. You had to get
Wow.
on roofs and really evaluate them and make sure that the damage was there before you went and worked the hailstorm.
Wow.
I knocked doors before knocking doors was cool.
Yeah.
My foot still broke from putting it in the door.
Going through that old school experience, let's talk about how much easier it is today, right? Versus how it was back then. How much longer would it have taken you now to do what you can do in 1 year?
Look around you. I mean, every day there's new roofing companies here. Every day there's new storm companies in the market. I mean, you look at a guy like Kurt Linear, who has built and developed Sam Southers. I mean, look at all the big names today weren't big names 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The Aspens, the Derek Lindsays, the Infinities, there was a whole different set of stormers. The Marty Hates, the Lee Hates, the Anthony, when we used to all storm together, the Spatnos. I mean, it was
Different world.
Rich and Matt. I mean, it was a different world we lived in. And
Yeah.
today, technology has really brought that over, right? Like I said from stage, our whole life we've been selling against baby boomers. Anybody who's been in sales have sold against baby boomers their whole life, and now we're all learning how to sell to millennials.
Yeah. And the next generation that's coming right around the corner, too.
They're coming.
As much as it's been more difficult with more people coming into the industry, competition, and is with technology, has it made it easier also in just a different way and pivoting differently?
No, it hasn't been more difficult. It's just been different.
Right.
I mean, everything's different. We
Yeah.
live in a different world. We have to. Who would ever think you would walk into a bank with a mask on?
Yeah.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
Life is different.
100%.
Who would ever think you would get in trouble for not having a mask on in the airport?
Or
Like,
owning
seriously.
an NFT, right?
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, I'm not here to judge or be, opinionated about politics.
Yeah.
But our life is different, and we
Yeah.
have to accept that.
Yeah.
100%.
And
And
same with the roofing industry, it's different.
How do you think the next 10 years are going to go, right? You've lived through so much so far in our industry. What are the biggest projections that you have? I heard you speak about it briefly on stage.
Well, solar is a real thing, right? Solar integration into roofing companies. I don't want roofing companies to be blockbusters.
Yeah.
I want, Blockbuster's biggest fear was Redbox.
Yeah.
And they had no idea about Hulu or
Laughing at Netflix.
Or even Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
thought Disney Plus would host boxing matches or UFC fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So, solar is a real thing, right? And it's, as a roofing contractor, my whole life I've been fighting against putting holes in the roof.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I have to get on board because it's the future of our roofing industry. So we're not blockbusters.
I listened to your panel and I heard something from you that was very important to me is controlling your database and controlling what I would say is like your business narrative, right? Don't just give it over to a solar company that's going to give you some VIG or whatever it may be. Control it, be yours, and you don't want them to be blockbusters.
Correct.
Could you expound on that a little bit?
Yes, and protecting your database was a big point you made yesterday.
Yes, please protect your database. Don't give it to somebody for a couple $100 or this or that. Your network of people is very important. And you could come on April's website and hear my whole presentation, because I really believe you need to get a part of that. You need to protect your database. You need to protect your homeowners, because when it comes time again, you want to roof that house again.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to
wanna
steer
be
them
cut
in the
out.
wrong direction.
So if I'm a roofing company and I'm doing roofs right now, I should invest in solar, but invest by hiring
No.
consultants.
Stay what you're good at.
Right.
Partner with the right person that understands roofing and solar, like myself.
Gotcha.
Right? Partner with people like me that I care about this industry, right? I care about my peer group. I care about everything that we're doing, right? If I put on another roof, great. If I don't, I'm going to know that I helped everybody move to the next level.
What is going to be your next level?
Stay tuned.
I want to know. I want to.
Could we get a sneak of what this documentary is about?
Yeah,
Or-
tell us a
It's
little
just,
bit?
the documentary is just going on the road and what the old days of storming was like, right? And what we used to have to do to get the deals. And when $1 million was celebrated because it was a real deal, right? When
Yeah.
you sold $1 million, it was $25 a square. The average roof was $6,000 or $7,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Now $1 million, the average roof is 15, 20, 30,000.
Yeah.
So it's a lot different world we're in.
Yeah.
Gotcha, I
Yeah. And
understand.
inflation's just driving everything up as well. All right. I guess we'll have to stay tuned for
that
the
one.
documentary. We're gonna wait here.
It's at big_Scott303.
Okay.
Instagram.
At Big Scott _303.
Big_Scott303.
Okay.
All right.
Big_Scott303.
When is it? When do we have a projected coming out date?
And it's Facebook. I think we're going to start it next month, the documentary.
right.
Nice.
There's going to be a lot of old faces.
It's gonna be amazing.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, same. I want to be nosy, but all right, we'll let Scott be.
right.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
for joining us on another episode of the Only Roofers podcast.
Thanks.
And stay tuned for the next one.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thank you.